In the days of ancient Israel, when some kings wore crowns but lacked common sense, there was a ruler named Ahab. Now Ahab wasn't just a bad king, he had a PhD in poor decisions. And like every dramatic king, he had a queen who was 10 steps worse. Her name? Jezebel. Let's just say Jezebel didn't come to play. She came with earrings, eyeliner, and a full-blown agenda to delete Yahweh from the national curriculum. Under their reign, Baal worship didn't just enter Israel, it opened branches. Baal, the so-called storm god, was the trending topic. Sacrifices were made. Altars were built. And the prophets of Yahweh? Silenced, hunted, and hiding like network signals in a remote village. But God wasn't offline. He sent a man named Elijah. Rugged, bearded, probably looking like he drank honey and thunder for breakfast. A prophet with no chill and zero filter. Elijah wasn't a palace priest or a man of noble blood. He came from Tishbe in Gilead, a rugged land east of the Jordan River, and his sudden arrival on Israel's stage was as unexpected as a lightning strike. Even his name, "My God is Yahweh," carried the message he was born to deliver. Known for miracles, fearless faith, and fire in both words and deeds, Elijah would become one of Israel's most iconic prophets. Centuries later, his name would still echo in Jewish tradition as the prophet who would return before restoration, and in the New Testament he would stand beside Jesus on the Mount of Transfiguration. Now let's pause. Who was Baal? Historically, Baal, or Baal, was a Canaanite deity associated with rain, fertility, and agriculture. His worship was central in many ancient Middle Eastern cultures. The name itself means Lord or Master. Temples to Baal were everywhere, and rituals often included sexual immorality, idol worship, and even child sacrifice. This was the environment Elijah stood against. One man versus 450 Baal prophets in a culture soaked in compromise. Back to the drama. Elijah shows up and throws the ultimate spiritual challenge. Mount Carmel Showdown. He calls for a contest. 2 altars. 2 bulls. 1 God. The God who answers by fire, he is God. 1 Kings 18 verse 24. The prophets of Baal start. They dance. They chant. They cut themselves. They probably did backflips. From morning till evening, nothing. No fire. No flicker. No divine spark. Elijah? He's in full comedy mode. He taunts them. Maybe Baal is sleeping? Or using the restroom. 1 Kings 18 verse 27. Yes, your Bible says that. He literally asked if Baal was relieving himself. Tension rises. Blood flows. But no fire falls. Then it's Elijah's turn. He rebuilds Yahweh's altar using 12 stones, symbolizing the unity of Israel, even in division. He pours water, 3 times, until the whole altar looks like a soggy mess. Remember, they were in a drought. Water was rare. This was bold. Then Elijah prays. No drama. No performance. Just faith. And boom. Fire falls from heaven. Not a spark, a full-on divine barbecue. The sacrifice? Gone. Stones? Gone. Water? Evaporated. Dust? Torched. The people fall on their faces. The Lord, he is God. The Lord, he is God. 1 Kings 18 verse 39. The false prophets? Eliminated. Jezebel? Furious. But Elijah? Vindicated. This story is more than an epic showdown. It's a mirror. It asks, who really answers you? Is it your hustle? Your likes? Your followers? Or the God who sends fire when everyone else is faking it? It also reminds us that one person with truth can outshout 450 voices of compromise. Elijah wasn't perfect. He later ran in fear, hid in a cave, and got depressed. But in that moment he stood tall and watched heaven respond. So next time your faith feels outnumbered, remember Elijah. You don't need a crowd when you carry the cloud. Elijah's story didn't end with fire. Right after the flames, rain came. After 3.5 years of drought, God sent showers, a sign that when truth is restored, refreshing follows. But what happened next is deeply human. Elijah ran. Yes, the same prophet who just called down fire was running from one angry queen in makeup and murder threats. Jezebel swore he'd be dead within 24 hours, and Elijah, like many of us, forgot the fire, forgot the victory, and fell into fear. He ran into the wilderness, sat under a tree, and basically said, "God, I'm tired. Just take me now." 1 Kings 19 verse 4. And you know what God did? He didn't rebuke him. He sent an angel. With food. Hot bread. A jar of water. Twice. Because sometimes what a prophet needs is not a lecture. It's a nap and a snack. God nourished Elijah, then took him to Mount Horeb, the same mountain where Moses met God. And in the stillness, not in the wind, earthquake, or fire, God spoke in a gentle whisper. Why does this matter? Because after public fire comes private fatigue. And God sees both. You may win battles online, at school, in ministry, or in life, but your mental health still matters. Elijah shows us that even warriors get weary. But we're not left alone in the wilderness. God speaks. God sustains. God sends the next assignment. And Elijah? He got up. He anointed Elisha. He passed the baton. He didn't die a shameful death. He was taken up in a chariot of fire. That's right, he left earth with VIP transport. No funeral. Just flames. Are you dancing around altars that never answer? Are you following trends louder than truth? Are you tired not because you're weak but because you're human? Whether you're standing against 450 voices or hiding under a tree, God still speaks. Fire for the bold. Whispers for the broken. Rain for the faithful. Elijah's story tells us, you can be outnumbered and still be right. You can be tired and still be chosen. You can fall and still rise again. So today, don't chase Baals that promise storms and deliver silence. Stand with God even if it means standing alone. Because when the fire falls, the truth will stand tall. And as Elijah would say if he had Instagram, don't follow the crowd, follow the cloud.